Good afternoon. This will be a very brief video with how you set up the auto attendant feature within 8x8. So the key thing really from an initial standpoint to understand here within the admin console is what components you're going to need to be able to build your auto attendant. The two key functionalities behind 90% of the auto attendants that are set up within this facility are scheduling in regards to scheduling your office hours during the office week and the weekday hours and when you're open and when you're shut, but also the ring group facility as well. And in regards to grouping certain departments or certain features into ring groups. For some businesses, they may be small, they may only have singular users in certain departments. In that instance, attaching users to the auto attendant is also acceptable. In this example I'm going to give you, I'm going to just use users rather than groups or departments. If you wish to see a video in regards to how you set up ring groups, we can provide that for you as well. So to set up an auto attendant from scratch, what you would do is you would click into the auto attendant option within phone system within the 8x8 admin console. As you will see, what it will prompt you for initially is to actually set up your schedule. In the purposes of this video, the scheduler has already been set up. So I am actually prompted with the add your first auto attendant. To set up an auto attendant, I would click onto the create auto attendant feature. As you can see, it presents me with a series of details. These details are for me to name the auto attendant and to also assign the relevant contact number for the auto attendant. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to call this Synergy Demo Auto Attendant. And I'm just going to assign one of my available local numbers to the auto attendant. Typically, this may be your main number once ported or an alternative number for them to dial to get to the auto attendant. Extension number will typically be the last four-digit abbreviation of your number. The facility here to display the auto attendant in the company directory, I typically select that just so that if anyone needs to be put back through to the main call-in options, they can be. However, typically, a lot of businesses will have that disabled because they'll come through and they'll just route it through to the right person directly. Okay, so building out the auto attendant. So as you can see, the next screen asks for the profile. So the first thing it will ask for is the schedule. Now, as you can see, for the purposes of this demo, I've actually already created a schedule. However, I'm actually going to show you how you create a schedule within the auto attendant. So what you would do is you go to create new schedule. This brings up this create schedule facility. So again, what it will do is it will prompt you for the schedule name. So I'm just going to call this Synergy Demo Schedule. And then what it will ask you to do is to specify your weekday schedule. So this is your typical Monday to Sunday operational hours for your business. So a typical business, 8 to 5 Monday to Friday, is your typical default template. If you have alternative hours, maybe your 8:30 to 5:30 Monday to Friday, all you would do is click into the edit option here. You would obviously change this to be your allotted opening and closing hours each day. So for the purpose of this example, I'm going to set 8:30 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday. I'm then going to say we're open 8 till 6 on a Wednesday, and then 8:30 till 5:30 for the rest of the week. As you can see, it is very much a manual process. Unfortunately, you can't specify it for a whole week with just a one option. You have to go into each day and specify the call hours. Excellent. So what I've done here is I've basically set up a weekday schedule, which will show that my phone auto attendant will be live from 8:30 to 5:30 Monday and Tuesday. It will then be live 8 till 6 on a Wednesday, and then it will be open and live 8:30 to 5:30 Thursday and Friday, with it being closed on the Saturday and the Sunday. Now, what you can also do, if you wish to, is you can actually accept exceptions to the weekday schedule. So the schedule that you already have your main template. And what that would define is that would define dates where the business hours follow a different schedule. So the weekday call flows will still apply. So there may be scenarios where maybe you're shut on a certain day. Maybe you have user training. Maybe you'll have a staff event. Maybe you're just shut for unforeseen circumstances. These exceptions can be put in via the add an exception button, and they will facilitate on the days that you set them up for. Holidays exceptions is also a feature within the schedule. So that means that you can define dates when business hours need to follow a different schedule and a different call flow. So typically you'll get this around Christmas time is a good example where businesses are maybe on reduced hours. They might have a couple of days where they're shut. etc., etc. And again, all you would do is you would just specify those holidays via the add a holiday option there. For the purpose of this trial and demo, I'm just going to do the weekday schedule as selected above. So now that I've saved that schedule, I've now set that schedule as my auto attendant profile. My time zone, I'm from Europe, London. That's going to remain the same. And my language is going to be English, United Kingdom. What I'm then presented with is call handling menus. What this is the ability to have call defined prompts, play and route options for your open hours menu, your closed hours menu, and your lunch hours menu. Now, traditionally, businesses will just have open and closed. However, if you would like a lunch hours menu set in place between your lunch hours, that can be set within this system as well. So for the purpose of this demo, for open hours menu, there are a couple of text open menus to start with. This is the initial announcement that I can set up. 8x8 has its own text to speech feature where you can type in your message and 8x8 will use a voice automated text system to read that out when that number is called. So traditionally that would look something along the lines of a greeting, an introduction to your business, and then maybe if you've got call options in place, maybe press 1, press 2, that would also be specified within here. You can, if you wish, you can set up an audio file. So 8x8 has the facility for you to record your own audio. It will prompt you for your number. It will then call you. It will then ask you to record a message. It will then save that message. You can then attach that message to your call handling menu if you wish to. You can use outsourced / third party audio file formats, such as like .mp3, .wav. You can go onto third-party websites and create those files. They are supported. They will allow you to attach within the Auto Attendant if you so wish. If you don't want any of those facilities and you just want to skip playing any sort of prompts, then you can also select that as well. However, for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to use the text-to-speech option. There we go. So on this text to speech, as you can see, I have set my announcement, which is thank you for calling Synergy Demo. For support, please press 1. For sales, please press 2. For accounts, please press 3. And to leave a message, please hold. Now that I have set my text to speech feature, I am now going to build out initially my call keys. So these are my press options. So in order to do that, within my opening hours menu, where I've set my text to speech up, as you can see down the bottom here, I have an option to add key. So I'm going to press that, key 1, and that's obviously going to go through to my support team. So in the purpose of this demo, if you have a ring group set up for support, you could obviously define that. Again, you have the ability for these key options. You can go to sub menus, you can set it straight to a voicemail system, you can repeat the menu if they press that button if they want to hear things again. But again, in purpose of this demo, I'm going to use a server or an external number. I'm going to specify one of my users. I'm going to use Shane Cochran demo there. He's my support team. I'm then going to add a second key for sales. Sales is going to be a certain individual within my business because I'm only a small business. That's going to be Mike Canavan demo. For accounts, press 3. So for the free key, I'm going to specify another user within my business. Again, this can be a ring group if you so wish it to be. That's going to be Homer Simpson. And then to leave a message, please hold. Now, to facilitate that last request, what I would do within the main menu feature of 8x8, I would go into the edit settings. And then under defining rules for the key input, I would then specify a 3-second call action. If user inputs no key, I'm not going to repeat the menu, and then I'm going to route call to, and I'm actually just going to put it straight to the voicemail of someone within my business. Traditionally, you may have a designated mailbox that you want to assign it to. You might have a designated number that's a voicemail feature. This is just an example for demo purposes. Okay, so now I have my initial open hours menu prompt in play, which means that when I now call my auto attendant number, which traditionally would be my main number. I'll then be prompted with those options, and obviously I'll be able to use the dial pad to select those options, and that will route me through to the relevant contacts. What I will also do, I will also set up a closed hours menu where I will again do exactly the same thing. I will use the text to speech for consistency, and I will just say, thank you for calling Synergy Demo. The offices are now closed. Please leave a message after the tone and we will get back to you when we are open. Um, Again, just an example. Some businesses might have we are open 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. Some people may not allow a message to be left. So for the facility using the main menu prompt that I have here, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to say 0 times, and then I'm going to route a call through to a potential mailbox for a user and go straight to voicemail. So that means that if someone calls out of hours and they want to leave a message, if they stay online till the end of the text to speech prompt, they will then go through to a user's inbox or a user's or a call group inbox or a call queue inbox where they can obviously then leave that message, and that message can then be transferred to the relevant user. So now that's been set, I'm going to hit save, and that will now be my call attendant in place. All I will now do, I will then call that auto attendant. I will then watch the call handling menu to ensure that it uses my text to speech option, that it gives me the key option, and that outside of hours when I call it, it also again presents me with the options that I've selected. It really is as straightforward as that. Should you have any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to come back to us and we'll be more than happy to assist you where we can. Thank you for watching.